Okay, so far we have discussed your public university options, but now it's time to talk about your independent, private, and out-of-state university options. So the tricky thing about them is that the requirements do vary, and they require independent research on each and every school that you're interested in. Many of these schools allow students to transfer with less than 60 units. Um, and although some colleges will accept the IGETSI pattern for their educational requirements, there are schools like USC who have their own specific general ed requirements. Some schools have a lesser competitive GPA requirement than others do, depending on just how popular the school might be and things of that nature. So already we're seeing like differences in the requirements, differences in how many units they accept, differences in the general ed patterns that they accept, differences in their GPAs. For these schools, their GPA requirements may range from a 2.5 to a 3.5, and some require an even higher GPA. So this does require a lot of independent research, and we do encourage students to come to the Transfer Center and speak with a transfer counselor to get more information and guidance with that independent research. Also, another difference that you'll find is that some may require an SAT or ACT scores from your high school. So you may have to also get access to that as well. With regards to applying to independent, private, and out-of-state colleges, majority of them you will apply through Common App. If not, they do have their application directly in their website. So even that is a difference and something that you'll have to research as well. These two links that we included are websites with a wealth of information about these independent colleges and universities in California, and that's www.aiccu.org. Or if you want more information about out-of-state colleges, then you can utilize the second link, collegesource.org. I know that oftentimes we have kind of like a hesitancy when it comes to applying to private universities. I know that when I was going through the application process, that was definitely my biggest question and concern is how am I going to be able to pay for this school? And so when I was applying to USC, that was probably my biggest fear and probably the biggest reason why I would consider not going there, even though it was my dream school. But I do encourage you all to apply and get more information about their financial aid awards. Even though USC is considered one of the most expensive universities, when I applied and was accepted and received my financial aid package, I actually received enough financial aid to cover everything. I come from a low income household, and so based on what I put on my financial aid application, they awarded me with university grants. I got the Cal Grant, the Pell Grant, things that pretty much paid for everything, and I didn't have to pay anything out of my own pocket. So again, even though we see that big price tag, I encourage you all to not get discouraged by that price tag and apply, because oftentimes these are schools that, yes, they're more expensive, but that means they have more money to give. So that's my 2 cents when it comes to applying to private universities. If you have that interest, don't let the price tag be a barrier. Um, and again, there's even more resources when it comes to scholarships, and those are all things that you can come to the Transfer Center about and ask questions about so that we can help you have a better chance to go to the school that you want to go to.
All right, so we'll kind of discuss the last slide, which is the Transfer Center services. All you see on the right-hand side, we have the Transfer Center staff. So we have Jose Lara, who's the counselor coordinator. David Tu, who I mentioned earlier, is the honors transfer counselor. And we have Delmise, who's a counselor here at the Transfer Center. And then you have Rebecca and I as the student services assistant. So that's kind of the team here. So some of the services that we provide, right? So one of the most popular service that the Transfer Center provide students is transfer counseling. Like Rebecca mentioned, anytime that you have any questions or would like to meet with the transfer counselor, we highly encourage students to give us a phone call. All you have to do is just give us a phone call or stop by in person, whatever works best for you, and then we can help you schedule an appointment. The earlier, the better, because they do get booked up pretty quickly. So feel free to do that. Next, we also do have university fairs. We have one in the fall and one in the spring. So the one in the spring was on February 25th on a Tuesday. So that one, about 25 representatives from Cal State's, UCs, and private universities all came together at one time to Rio Hondo at the Mid Quad. And the pretty much table, we had, different activities in the Mid Quad as well. And it was a good opportunity for students to, ask questions to a variety of representatives at one particular time. It's not that often that we get that event to, occur just because of the different schedules and whatnot. But so just if you're ever interested in participating in university fair, we're always like, when the dates is nearby, we definitely create flyers, promote it on our website, and have posters around the campus to inform you about that, right? So the next one will be in the fall. So next, we do have transfer conferences. The next one we'll be having is in the fall as well. So that one is like a family student conference in which we provide students and families an opportunity to participate in various workshops to get a better understanding of the transfer process, exploring various university systems, as well as doing major and career exploration. So stay on the lookout for that in the fall. Next, we do have university representative visits. So if you're ever interested in meeting with the university representative one-on-one, you can always stop by the transfer center. And given our current situation right now, you can still meet with the representative through Zoom meeting or a phone call appointment. So if you're interested in doing that with the representative, feel free to give us a call. Our number's located down here. So, and you can check our flyers on our transfer center website with all the dates and times in which representatives were supposed to come here, but they did mention to me that they are willing to take, phone appointments or meetings over Zoom. So you can still do that. Next, we do have university tours. So pretty much every Friday that has passed, we've been to different universities. We've gone to Cal Poly Pomona, University of Laverne, Cal State LA, UC Riverside, and a wide variety of other universities. So essentially, we coordinate the campus tours. We provide the transportation, and all of this is completely free through the transfer center. The only thing that you do have to pay for your lunch at times, so even at other times, sometimes they do provide lunch for us at that particular campus, but sometimes just know that you just have to pay for lunch. But other than that, everything's completely free. It's a good opportunity to be on the campus and really just explore, get a sense of the environment and the program that they have to offer, because it's a really good thing to discuss the universities, but it's also another good step to, go on these visits, because I have had students in the past who were really excited about a campus and then they were on campus and, it's not what they really envisioned, or vice versa. I had students who didn't going into this campus tour, they didn't really have a good perception or, whatnot. But once they got on campus, it really changed their perspective and they really liked it. So definitely look into that. Next, below that, we have the Northern California University Tour. So it says spring break, but actually we postponed it to after the spring semester. So between Tuesday, May 26th to Thursday, May 28th, we'll be visiting campuses in the Northern California area, Central California area. So for day one, we'll be departing to UC Santa Barbara. And then from there, we're going to be going to UC Santa Cruz. Then we'll be staying at a hotel in Sacramento in the Embassy Suites. And then day two, we'll be going to UC Davis, Sacramento State, San Francisco State, and then doing an excursion activity in San Francisco by the Fisherman's Wharf. So that one's a pretty busy day. And then day three, we'll be visiting UC Berkeley and then heading back to Rio Hondo. So definitely a really good opportunity. It's not that often that we get to visit those campuses just because of the, the long distance. But just know that we do provide the transportation. We do provide room and board, which comes with, the hotel stay, breakfast, um, and we coordinate all the campus tours. Just know that there is a $25 deposit fee, and that's for a group meal during the time that we're at in the Northern California tour. But other than that, everything is paid for. You don't have to worry about anything else. If you ever want to get like souvenirs, just bring money for that. But other than that, we want to make sure that it's affordable to all students. Cool. All right. So next we do have transfer workshops. Like I mentioned earlier, we'll have workshops depending on whatever, time of the year it is. For example, in the fall, we'll host Cal State and UC application workshops to make sure that students are getting, their questions answered and helping them with their application through, step-by-step process. So um, yes, and then next, kind of already touched upon it, application and personal statement workshops, and then we do have a computer lab, so which is where we're in right now. So we have probably like 12 computers in here, and it's a good space for you to just do some homework, do some research on university or whatever it may be. So definitely feel free to stop by the transfer center to use our computer lab. And then we do have special transfer programs. We have Summer Scholars Transfer Institute, SSTI, that is taking place from July 24th to August 1st. And that's going to be at UC Irvine. That's a 9-day residential program in which you have the opportunity to select from either Sociology 114 or Speech 101. So depending on what your preference is, definitely look into that. So you'll get the opportunity to dine, dorm, and study at UC Irvine, and really get the sensation of what it's like to, dorm at a university. So you'll be meeting with UC Irvine students who've gone through the transfer process, so you'll be able to communicate with them and just hear from them as well. So um, next, we do have the Centers for Community College Partnership Program, CCCP, in which we have a partnership with UCLA. So I won't get too in depth with it, but it's a good opportunity if you're interested in applying to the University of California system. They do provide summer residential programs to their students over at UCLA, and everything is paid for through a scholarship that they provide. So if you're interested in that, give us a call or stop by the transfer center and we can help you apply to that program. So it's a really good program. And then on here is not listed, but we do have Smart Start as well at UC Irvine. So essentially like UC Riverside. Sorry, the Smart Start is at UC Riverside. So it's essentially like SSTI, the Summer Scholars Transfer Institute at UC Irvine. However, this time it's going to be at UC Riverside. So that one is a 9-day residential program, and you'll have the opportunity to choose from
Sociology 114.
Sociology 114. So it's another good opportunity. You'll just be at UC Riverside. So and some of the things about like financial aid for that, the logistics for that is if you already receive financial aid or the BOG waiver, you'll be able to, it's like taking summer classes essentially, right? And then financial aid will be able to cover those costs. So that kind of sums up our presentation. I know it was a lot of information, but I highly encourage you all to, give us a call or stop by. And, Rebecca and I are more than happy and glad to assist you in your time here at Rio Hondo College and our counselors as well. So below that, you can see our office number and our email. So feel free to contact us through those forms as well. Cool. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate it, and we hope to see you soon. Bye.